Well, drive on, mama. Andrea TV here, coming back to you on Thursday, January 6, 2022. We are on the avenue, or driving away from the avenue now. After picking up our first order, it was for $11.38, going 3.3 miles. Time is currently 4:18. I started about 4:10, I would say, while I was on the phone with Uber support. My instant pay is not working, and after spending 10 minutes on the phone, I still have no resolution, and essentially they're telling me to go to the website. So yeah, that's why it's 4:18. I didn't record before I picked up the first order, but we are going to take the gentleman his lovely, yummy sandwiches. Okay, time is now 4:35 p.m. I am nowhere near a restaurant, so I have to drive back to the avenue where I can pick up my next order. And that was like the third order that came in, and the dollar to miles was good, but I probably should have waited to get one that was less distance away from the restaurants since we're going into the dinner hours. So learn from my mistakes, but we're going back to the avenue. Okay, time is now 4:55 p.m. We were back on the avenue, and I was just getting Doordash orders. Go into my Uber app, and Uber had logged me off. The reception that I get under AT&T is terrible. I will be getting my Verizon back as soon as possible, but logged back into Uber, just picked up $7.38, going a total of 1.1 miles, picking up at Sprig and Sprout. Okay, we just picked up at Sprig and Sprout and received a Doordash for Sushi Co. We're playing Tetris already. The Doordash was for $8.25 for a total of 1.3 miles. Time is now 5:35 p.m. Just dropped off the Doordash sushi. Hidden tip, $14.25. Originally it was quoted as $8.25. Score! Okay, we just accepted that $8.37 order, going 0.9 miles, and we are on our way to Taqueria. Okay, just dropped off the Taqueria, picked up a $10 and change for 2.3 or 4 or 5 miles, and I'm hoping we get a batch. Fingers crossed. Okay, we picked up the Umi Japanese. It is now 6:08. We just pulled off of the block. It's supposed to be 1.8 miles away. We're gonna see how long during evening rush hour traffic. Okay, we dropped off at 6:20. The customer, thank goodness, was downstairs, even though the note said please call when you arrive for coordination of delivery. He was there waiting, so we're back on our way back to the avenue. Time is currently 6:22. Let's see what we can get next. The time is now 6:32 p.m. Just accepted our next offer. It is a batched offer, $13.54 for 1.7 miles in total. You can see the salt on the ground, preparing for more snow tonight. And as soon as I see flakes, I will be heading home for the night. Let's go get these. Have arrived. One stop, 2 customers, then drop off to their homes. Okay, we just picked up our next 2 orders, picking up Uber Eats for Umi Japanese Cuisine, going 4.1 miles for a total of $13.79. And we scored a Doordash, picking up at McDonald's, going 1.1 miles in the same direction for $8.75. Let's go through this. Okay, the time is now 7:42. Just dropped off at the hospital. I could tell by the address that's where it was going. I don't like to go out here because there's no other restaurants around it, but for $10 I will. We'll be back to the avenue in about 13 minutes and get some more orders before the snow. Okay, we waited a while without getting anything. Currently 8:36. Picked up a 5:14 order for $8.25 on Doordash, and before I can get to the store, Uber Eats sent a batch, and the first store was 5:14. So we are Tetrising it. Okay, we dropped off the 5 for the Doordash customer, and instead of $8.25,
$5, there was a hidden tip, and it went up to $12.25. And for the batched Uber Eats, we canceled the second order. I swiped next, and the next pickup was going to be at Mayflower Chinese. That is a Chinese restaurant that I have declined almost every single order that's ever come from them, because the people who shop there on Doordash and Uber Eats, they either don't tip or tip $1 or maybe $2, but it has never been more than $6, and I'm literally telling you the dollar amounts that come through. So I canceled the Mayflower Chinese, so it was going to be $13.41. We'll see what it goes down to, and it may not even go down because they high tips as well, but I'll let you know. $8.45 right now.
Okay, we're just leaving the drop off for the 514 from Uber Eats, and I don't know if you can see it in the screenshot because it only shows a part of the pictures for some reason, but it was estimated for this portion of the trip to be $10.41 or $10.84. And remember, it was $13.41 total. So that means the Mayflower had the base pay of $2.57. And like I said, they tip $1 or $2. So a standalone by itself, it may have been $3.57 or maybe even $4.57 and maybe even $5.57. But it was not going to be more than $6. Not worth it. I'll let you know what the final tip is when it comes through.
You know it's slow when the McDonald's workers are chilling. Yeah, it is slow. That is my normal McDonald's that usually has a long wait, and the worker was walking around because I guess she's bored because there is no orders, no people in the restaurant. It is supposed to snow tonight. Right now it's 41 degrees. It's supposed to come between 11 and 12, they said, so I was only going to stay out for about another hour. But I may call it a day if I don't get anything in the next few minutes. I'm going to get some cold medicine for the kitty kids. Have a little bit of slight fever and itchy throat, a little achy, and we're going to get them all tucked in for the night. But if I get another order, I'll be there. Okay, the time is now 9:44. We did our shopping. Just picked up a DoorDash, $8.25, going to Paragon Thai for a total of 1.5 miles. Let's go.
We have arrived.
Okay, the time is now 9:55. Just dropped off to our customer. The Paragon Thai received a batch order from DoorDash for 3.1 miles in total, totaling $12.25. We're going to 7-Eleven. Just coming back to let you know that fall of 514 that I picked up on Uber Eats, that they had a batch for $13.41. The final tip came in $12.27. $12.27 for one pickup. And the Chinese food, I don't know who else got that. Good luck to them. Okay, just dropped off both orders, 10:22 p.m. currently. One of the orders, the first one of the $12.25, was a $4.25 order. That is a $2.25 base pay, $2 peak pay, and no tip. When I accepted the order, I didn't even consider one may be an absolute no tipper. I thought one was the $6.25 and then they reduced the second one because it was an add-on. If I had have checked that, I would have canceled that $4.25. Who wanted me to bring it to his door? I stop recording whenever I get a Uber Eats or DoorDash to look at the offer. That was Mayflower Chinese restaurant. A total of 6.1 miles. They're offering $5.95. I declined. But as I was saying, if I had known that one was $4.25, I would have unassigned that one. The man is on his phone and tells me to hold on and requests me to come to his door, but then he's on the phone and I have to wait for his conversation with no tip. People have nerve. But it is currently 37 degrees and it's supposed to snow between 11 and 12. So I'm going to see if I get one more good offer that I'm willing to accept within the next few minutes, and then we'll be heading home because I don't want to be driving in the snow. I'm more so looking at the degrees than the time, because right now, even if it started raining, it wouldn't freeze. And on one of the streets, they have the trucks, salt trucks, have literally dropped about I'd say 30 pounds of salt in the street that nobody's going to be able to use. Like, it's not going to help because it's like a pile that's risen about, what, 2 feet? Yeah, on our way home, we're going to go and help them spread some of that and put some in a bag. I am so serious. There is no salt for the grounds. Since the storm just happened this week, all of the stores I've been to, they are sold out. And we don't want anyone slipping on our property and thinking any thoughts like calling a lawyer. Okay, time is now 10:28 p.m. Just picked up a Doordash, $8.75, going 1.5 miles, and we're off. Okay, the time is now 10:44. That one had a hidden tip, so it was $9.75. So I believe we're at $65.50 on Doordash, and I believe $79 on Uber. We haven't done an Uber in quite a while now. So all of the tips have come in for the Ubers I've done. I told you it's very slow on Uber Eats tonight. Now it's 10:44, 37 degrees still, and we'll see if something happens in the next 15 minutes. If not, we're going. Okay, DoorDash is definitely the winner today. Just received an order from Surfside for 2.1 miles, $8.75. We're gonna go get it. Okay, time is now 11:11 p.m. Just dropped off the Surfside and received one last offer from Uber Eats. Well, first, it was a hidden tip on the Surfside. Instead of it being $8.25, it turned out to be $10.75, ka-ching. And like a quarter mile from the drop-off, Uber sent me an order for $13.32, going a total of, well, at the time it was, I believe, 2.4 miles or 3.1. Either way, it's going back towards the highway from DC to Bethesda, and that's where I get on the highway to go home. So this Uber Eats will be my next and last offer for tonight. We have arrived. I didn't even know they had a silver in Bethesda. I usually pick up from the one on Wisconsin Avenue. Hopefully they're still open. Well, as you can see, it is after 11 and they are closed, and they prepared the order. I don't know if you see that brown bag on the counter, but there's no one there to give it to us. So now we have to call Uber Eats to get our measly $3 cancellation rather than the $13.32. You win some, you lose some. Okay, after they canceled that order, received another one for $7.47, picking up at McDonald's, going for a total of 2.9 miles, and we are on our way. Now, do you see that pile of salt they just dropped when they started? Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, just arrived at Mickey D's. This will be our last Mickey D's for the night. As I was approaching, did receive a $4.75 no tip McDonald's, but it was going less than 1,000 yards. So I took it. At the end of the day, I have bills to pay, and I just bought about $50 worth of medicine, thermometer. So yeah, I took the $4.75 for less than 1,000, in addition to the Uber Eats 7 and change for 2.9 miles in total. Let's get it. As you can see, we have our 2 McBabies ready for delivery, and we have our salt to bring home for the driveway and the walkway. Okay, the time is now 12:04 a.m. We are on our way back to the highway, heading home. Like usual, I will come back once the hour has passed to give you my totals for Uber Eats and DoorDash. They do delay their tips by 1 hour, giving the customer a chance to increase or decrease it. So it could be a blessing and a curse. I've seen it go both ways more than once. And we started today about 4:10 p.m. Picked up our first order we were willing to accept at 4:18. and we ended at 12:04. So that's about 8 hours. Yep, 8 hours. And we'll see what we did. I'll be back. I made it home in time. Andrea TV here from DriveOnMama.com, coming to give you the totals for Thursday, January 6, 2022. For Uber Eats, we totaled $97.86. And here are some of the trip details and the tips that were given on the trips. A few of the trips, the tips ended up being higher than what was originally showed. And again, customer service, let them know you want them to enjoy their meal and have a great night, things like that. And then for Doordash, the total came to $81. That was a surprise because Doordash usually is very low and the Uber Eats is high, but Uber Eats was slow for some reason. But that makes a total of $178.81 for Thursday, January 6th. We were out from about 4:15 to about 12:04. Like and subscribe and drive on, mama.